All right, let's talk about that invisible force, that thing that seems to hold you back right when you're about to make a big leap. We're going to call it the safety trap. So let's just cut right to the chase with a big question. You know that learning a new skill or getting in shape is good for you. Intellectually, your brain gets it. So why does it so often feel like you're fighting yourself, getting pulled right back to the comfort of the couch?
Well, this feeling has a name. We're calling it the growth paradox. And it's really all about that frustrating daily tug-of-war between what we say we want and what we actually end up doing. It's the first big clue we need to solve this mystery.
I mean, come on, does this sound familiar? You have this huge burst of inspiration. You think, okay, that's it. Today's the day I start. And then, somehow, tomorrow just always seems like a much, much better plan. Trust me, if you've been there, you are definitely not alone.
And here it is, laid out plain and simple. On the left, all the ambitious stuff we want, the things that help us grow. And on the right, well, what we often actually do. We find comfort, we get distracted. Now, it's so easy to look at this and think it's a failure of willpower, right? That you're just lazy. But what if I told you willpower has almost nothing to do with it?
This right here is the whole game changer. That resistance you feel, it's not a personal flaw. It's not a bug in your system. It is a fundamental core feature of how your brain is programmed. And to really get that, we need to take a look at the original instruction manual.
And that brings us to our next clue, the ancient blueprint. Here's the core idea, and it's a big one. Your brain evolved to be a survival machine first and a growth machine a very, very distant second.
So let's call this default program survival mode. Think of it like your brain's factory settings. It's built to do three things really, really well: save energy, dodge threats, and stick to what's predictable. Its number one job, its prime directive, is just to keep you safe.
In this survival mode, it plays by a pretty simple set of rules. Rule number 1, anything familiar is safe. Rule 2, anything unknown is potentially dangerous. 3, change burns a ton of calories. And 4, saving energy is absolutely critical for, surviving. So growth, by its very definition, just smashes all of these rules.
And this is where things get kind of funny. See, your ancient brain's top priority was avoiding actual tigers. But today, that same threat detection system lights up for things like giving a presentation at work, or trying a new recipe, or just starting a conversation with a stranger. Those are the new tigers. The stakes couldn't be more different, but your brain's alarm bell, it sounds exactly the same.
Okay, so that's the ancient why. Now let's look at the modern how. Our next clue is all about the chemistry of comfort. How does your brain actually use chemicals to enforce these old rules and keep you locked in place?
It really comes down to this incredibly powerful feedback system we'll call the comfort loop. It goes like this. You do something easy, something you've done 1,000 times, your brain goes, nice, and gives you a little hit of a feel-good chemical, like dopamine. That makes you feel safe, comfy, rewarded. And your brain basically makes a note. Hey, that was awesome. No tigers, let's do that again. And boom, the habit gets strong.
And that loop right there, that is the engine of the safety trap. It's not a real trap made of steel, it's a biochemical one, built inside your own head. Your brain literally rewards you for staying put, and it creates feelings of anxiety when you try to leave, all because leaving the familiar zone is flagged as dangerous.
You know, if we could actually see where our brain puts its energy by default, it would look something like this. The vast majority of its power, maybe 85%, is just dedicated to keeping things the same, maintaining that comfort and routine. The deck is totally stacked in favor of just playing it safe.
So, what do we do? How do we get out? Well, that brings us to the final reveal, cracking the code. And here's the secret. You don't have to declare war on your brain. You just have to understand its programming and learn to work with it.
Now, this is probably the biggest mental shift you can make. That feeling of resistance, that little knot of fear you get when you try something new, it's probably never going to go away completely. And you know what? That's fine. That's just your ancient brain doing the job it was designed for. The goal isn't to get rid of that feeling. It's to learn how to act anyway. And you can do it with 3 really practical keys. First is just awareness. Learn to recognize that, this is new and scary feeling, and just say, okay, that's just my survival brain talking. Second, try reframing. The physical feelings of fear and excitement are almost identical. The racing heart, the butterflies. So just try telling yourself, I'm not scared, I'm excited. And finally, this one is the most powerful. Take small steps.
If your goal is to go to the gym, don't focus on the hour-long workout. Just focus on putting on your gym shoes. Make the first step so ridiculously small that it flies right under your brain's tiger detection radar.
So, once you get that your brain is built for safety, not for growth, you can stop beating yourself up. You can start using its own rules to your advantage. You can be the pilot, not just a passenger. Which really only leaves one question. What safety trap will you decide to escape first?